From translation, ISV International Standard Version. This 52nd day of the year. Today we are reading passages Numbers 23 to 25. Numbers chapter 23, verses 1 to 30. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here for me, and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me here." So Balak did what Balaam had told him to do. Balak offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stand here by your burnt offering while I go over there. Perhaps the Lord will meet with me, and whatever he shows me I will tell you." Then he went to a barren hill. God met with him, and Balaam said, "I have arranged 7 altars, and I have offered a bull and a ram on each altar." Then the Lord put a message in Balaam's mouth and said, "Return to Balak and give him this message." So he returned to Balak, who was standing by his burnt offering with all the leaders of Moab. Balaam took up his discourse and said, "From Aram Balak has brought me, the king of Moab from the mountains in the east. Come, curse Jacob for me, come, denounce Israel. How can I curse whom God has not cursed? How can I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? From the top of the rocks I see him, from the hills I watch him. Here is a people that lives alone and does not consider itself one of the nations. Who can count the dust of Jacob or number a fourth of Israel's people? Let me die the death of the upright, and let my final end be like his." Then Balak said to Balaam, "What have you done to me? I brought you to curse my enemies, but look, you have blessed them instead." Balaam replied, "Must I not be careful to speak what the Lord puts in my mouth?" Then Balak said to him, "Come with me to another place where you can see them. You can only see the outskirts of them from there. You will not see them all. Then curse them for me from there." So he took him to the field of Zophim on the top of Pisgah, and he built 7 altars there and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stand here by your burnt offering while I meet over there." The Lord met with Balaam and put a message in his mouth and said, "Return to Balak and give him this message." When he came to him, Balak was standing beside his burnt offering along with all the leaders of Moab. Balak asked Balaam, "What did the Lord say?" Then Balaam took up his discourse and said, "Rise up, Balak, and listen. Listen to me, son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should change his mind. Does he speak and then not act? Does he promise and not fulfill?" Then Balak said to Balaam, "Do not curse them at all, nor bless them at all." But Balaam replied to Balak, "Did I not tell you, whatever the Lord says I must do?" Then Balak said to Balaam, "Come, let me take you to another place. Perhaps it will be acceptable to God for you to curse them for me from there." So Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor that overlooks the wasteland. Balaam said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here for me and prepare 7 bulls and 7 rams for me." Balak did as Balaam had directed, and he offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Numbers chapter 24, verses 1 to 14. When Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not resort to divination as before, but turned his face toward the wilderness. When Balaam looked up and saw Israel encamped tribe by tribe, the Spirit of God came upon him. Then Balaam took up his discourse and said, "The word of Balaam son of Beor, the word of the man whose eyes are open, the word of him who hears the words of God, who sees a vision from the Almighty, who falls into a trance with his eyes uncovered. How beautiful are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel. They spread out like valleys, like gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. Water will flow from his buckets, and his seed will be in many waters. His king will be higher than Agag, and his kingdom will be exalted. God brought him out of Egypt. He has the strength of a wild ox. He will devour the nations he adversaries, break their bones, and pierce them with his arrows. He crouches, he lies down like a lion, like a lioness, who dares to rouse him. Blessed is everyone who blesses you, and cursed is everyone who curses you." Then Balak's anger burned against Balaam. He clapped his hands and said, "I called you to curse my enemies, but look, you have blessed them these 3 times. Now leave quickly, go back home. I said I will honor you richly, but the Lord has kept you from being honored." Balaam replied to Balak, "Did I not tell you your messengers? If Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not do anything of my own accord, good or bad, to go beyond the command of the Lord. I must say only what the Lord says." So he took up his discourse and said, "Come, and I will tell you what this people will do to your people in the latter days." Numbers chapter 25, verses 1 to 18. While Israel was staying in Shittim, the people began to indulge in sexual immorality with the Moabite women, who invited the people to the sacrifices of their gods. The people ate and bowed down before these gods. So Israel joined themselves to the Baal of Peor, and the Lord's anger burned against Israel. The Lord said to Moses, "Take all the leaders of the people and execute them in broad daylight before the Lord, so that the Lord's fierce anger may turn away from Israel." So Moses said to Israel's judges, "Each of you must kill those of his men who have joined themselves to the Baal of Peor." Then an Israelite man brought a Midianite woman to his family, right in the sight of Moses and the whole assembly of Israel, while they were weeping at the entrance to the tent of meeting. When Phinehas son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw this, he left the assembly and took a spear in his hand. He followed the Israelite man into the tent and thrust both of them through, the Israelite man and the woman through her belly. Then the plague against the Israelites was stopped. Those who died in the plague numbered 24,000. The Lord said to Moses, Phinehas son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, has turned my wrath away from the Israelites, because he was as zealous for me among them as I was, so that I did not put an end to them in my zeal. Therefore tell him that I am making my covenant of peace with him. He and his descendants will have a covenant of priesthood forever, because he was zealous for the honor of his God, and made atonement for the Israelites. The name of the Israelite man who was killed with the Midianite woman was Zimri son of Salu, the leader of a Simonite family. The name of the Midianite woman who was put to death was Cosbi daughter of Zur, a tribal head of a family Midian. The Lord said to Moses, Treat the Midianites as enemies and kill them, because they treated you as enemies when they deceived you in the affair of Pur and their sister Cosbi, the daughter of the Midianite leader who was killed on the day of the plague because of Pur.